for December when more of us are here. What?
Is there any public comment?
Oh, thank you. Anybody here want to speak on this last agenda item? Thank you. Roy, it's your turn to talk about the demolition schedule.
I think I can help us stay on our 7 o'clock adjournment schedule here. So this is brief but important. The school board did approve the abatement and demolition contract with Turner Construction. For the first couple of weeks of that work, they needed to, it's basically called mobilization. There are a whole lot of things that they have to have lined up before they can actually set foot on the site. They have to have all their bonds and insurance in place. They have to have all their subcontractors' bonds and insurance in place. Their subcontractors have to get all their forces ready to go. That has all occurred now. I have all of those documents in files in my office. And so Turner Construction now has control of the former Emory Secondary School site. And they've been working this past week or so with city staff on obtaining the appropriate encroachment permits, all of the details for where fences are going to go that surround the site, how those fences may or may not block sidewalks from at different times during this process. There is a fence now that's up along the 47th Street edge of the site. Fences will very soon be going up on the San Pablo edge of the site. We've also had some signs made that have great big "Thank you Emeryville" on them and talk about the project that's coming. Those signs will go up very shortly. I think there will be signs at the corner of 47th and San Pablo. Those should be up any moment now, within the next few days. The signs on 53rd, at 53rd and San Pablo, there's actually a little bit of a temporary structure that needs to be erected there in order for the signs to have something to be mounted to. And so that'll take a little bit longer, but those should be up as well next week. The activities that are going on site, the first set of activities that will occur is the abatement work. That's largely interior to the buildings, so you won't see very much for a little while longer here, except for the site fences that are going up and the signs that are going up. Those abatement activities will take approximately, well, it's been about a week now that they've been at it, so about 3 more weeks. And then once the abatement activities are done, actual demolition of buildings will begin. So the community can expect to see buildings begin to come down mid-December, about 3 weeks to 4 weeks from now. The plan right now is to start with the old district office structures. So the smaller, older buildings along San Pablo Avenue are likely to be the first ones that come down. And then it's probably going to proceed to the south to the 47th Street corner and then down 47th Street from there. So that's what we're up to, and it's full bore heading forward at this point.
How long is that going to take, Roy, the demolition?
It's a 4-month contract. 4
months. And then at the conclusion of the 4 months, are we going to go right into beginning the construction of the new building?
Yes, at least with the existing gym. That will be available for starting the renovation and additions to the gym.
Actually, I'm more interested in the ECCL itself. When are we going to start construction on the school part of it?
The plan is to start that in April.
Well, we're all looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Sooner
I mean,
the better.
everything. The architects, we are still in the process of architectural plan approvals through DSA. Those approvals will be done probably early March. We'll have to wrap up contracts with Turner, so that's why I say April.
Well, let me ask you something else. One would hope that good old Turner would have all his insurance and all his papers prior to the time when you expect to start construction in April.
Well, they can't do phases that haven't been completed in terms of plans and specs yet. In other words, we have to be able to identify final dollar numbers in order to write contracts with them. At that point, they'll know what amounts they need to bond and insure.
Thank you for the update.
You're
It's,
welcome.
I have noticed some activity there, so it's nice to see the very beginnings. Often we do groundbreakings, and then we do ribbon cuttings when a new business kind of opens up. So maybe before the first sledgehammer or something like that, we could do some sort of a ceremony to mark.
Yeah, let me let Ms. Allen talk about what she's been working on as well.
So as a cabinet, we have spoken or talked about a ceremony, and what we'll do, we actually have, we're working with our leadership is, students and ASB students, our governance students, are working with the organization called Youth Together. And so our goal is to actually have this led by students, particularly students who have been at the school since 7th grade. And so having them actually have investment in the school and how it's transitioning, I think will be something that we can celebrate, but they'll actually lead the ceremony and plan the ceremony for us.
That's great. Good idea.
Before we adjourn, I just have, in recognition of our new student reps who are going to be joining us formally, I would like to suggest that we have a standing agenda item like we have for Emory Ed Fund on every future agenda that would come before the Emory Ed Fund, which could be named Campus Report or something like that, where both of you could talk to us and let us know about things that are kind of a buzz from your
Oh,
perspectives.
that's a great idea.
So I don't know if we need to vote on that, or we could just incorporate that as we build the agenda, but I just like to have that as a standing item early in each agenda. All right, well,
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Move to
so,
adjourn.
okay, is there a second?
Second.
All right, meeting's adjourned.
That's a great idea.